Okay, Islam. So this is that Moorish Muslim talk, real conversations with Moorish Muslim husband and wife. We were just talking about the power of going within and how when you really get down to it, that's what it's all about. When you go into the Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is teaching you how to go within, to create, to build, to pull out the potential within you. When he's saying your higher self, he's speaking about the highest self, Hightest, the highest aspect of you. The highest self is Allah, and Allah is in man. So you don't need to go to any intermediaries. You don't need to go over here. You don't need to jump over to another country. You don't need to jump over there to follow what they're doing. You can go right here to the source. But many people, especially Moors, don't understand this, don't get it, and that's why they're looking over there. They're looking over here. They're looking to everywhere else to find it. But it doesn't matter the condition that the people are in or whether we're all on board or not. If you know what the source is, you ought to do what the prophet said, which is to take these tools, take these lessons, and save yourself. Yes. That's it. You can't teach people by running your mouth. You got people online. We want to, debate with people. All the black Indians, they talking trash about the Moors. So what? You can't prove nothing to them. When I was talking to them not too long ago, they were joking because they were like, look, if y'all get the money, we all finna be Moors. And they was joking, but it's true. It's like, look, that's a joke, but here in the real, you're succeeding. You're living the life. You're successful. You're the highest version of yourself. A lot of people's gonna want to get on board because you teach by your actions and not your words. Your thoughts, deeds, and actions speak louder than any of that stuff. And so, if you're living in squalor, ain't nobody trying to get like you.
It's time to walk the talk.
That's the most important thing. And so when we look at stuff, people are jumping into all these different things. And I'm not knocking it, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, if you really follow what the prophet brought you, you don't need none of that. Real plain and simple. Ain't no reason to be messing around with voodoo. You know why? Because we have the ultimate voodoo. The ultimate voodoo is connecting to your highest self. The highest aspect of you that exists. Now, that is Allah in man. If you're connecting to Allah in man, you don't need to go to Ogun, Eshu, Oshun, any of that stuff.
They're all in you.
It's all in you. This is all residue from a time long past. You don't need to go to demigods when you can go straight to the source. You don't have to sacrifice anything.
We don't need a middleman. That's right. We don't have to do the altars. We don't have to do the sacrifice. We don't have to do any of those things. Once you reach a level of understanding, the only thing that you have to do is go within you. The heart is the portal to the all. So meditation, understanding how to get to the source of you that is connected to everything, is the ultimate win.
And that's supposed to be the common understanding for Moorish Americans across the board, that we don't have to go over here and go over there and do all these different things. The Prophet freed us from slavery, mental slavery. He freed us from thinking we got to do all these elaborate rituals and all this other stuff. You don't have to go through that. You can go straight to the source. The Prophet told, in the Quran, Jesus let them know, you don't need to worship this empty grave, this empty image of Krishna and all of these other things. You can put all that down. We don't need to make sacrifices. You'd be better off giving that food or whatever you sacrificing to someone that's hungry versus letting it rot.
And that goes back to the old time religion, where we can call Islam today. The old time religion of Islam, one of the pillars of Islam is charity. And so, yes, we are supposed to assist and give to, our fellow brothers and sisters. That is the only sacrificing that we should be doing, is from human to human. Because the spirit world, they go along with whatever the spirit does, whatever we do. Whatever we're offering, the spirit accepts. So when we understand these energies and start emitting these frequencies into the universe, we have to understand that everything has a consciousness and everything has an ego, whether we see it or not, whether we understand it or not. So everything is trying to attach itself to us to have the human experience, to live through us. So instead of dealing with a middleman or lesser energies, like I said before, we can go directly to the source and we can manifest and create based on the level of consciousness and thinking. So we have to exercise our imagination so that we can understand that we do deserve the best, so we can attract the best. A lot of the things that we're going through, the trials and tribulations, that stuff comes from the past traumas and our paradigm and us thinking that we don't deserve certain things. We don't deserve the best. And that is not true. We have the seeds of perfect development planted within us, ready to unfold at any given second. And all we have to do is tap in, water that seed, and watch it flourish. And walk in the spirit of gratitude before it happens, while it's happening, and after it happens. After we reach our goals, we're still supposed to have that thankfulness, that gratitude, so that we can continue to pull those higher energies of our desires to us always. And that's part of becoming a master of self.
And with what she's saying about, I agree with that. Like, we don't really, a lot of us don't really believe that Allah is within us, and that it's that simple, that you can go within, and it's this highest aspect, this highest self, your higher self is one with the Creator, and that you don't need middlemen. You don't need to go over here and go over there and find all these other things to do. Understand that people may see the conditions that we're in and they don't feel confident that it works. So you're going over here, you're searching for other stuff to do, other things that work. But what the Prophet gave us is so simple. Know thyself and thy Father God Allah. Allah is within you. You don't have to go anywhere else. All you have to do is fix your own mind. And this truth, it's not like it's just the Prophet said it. It's everywhere. It's in Hawaii with the indigenous Ho'oponopono. Going to self to fix anything in your life, no matter what it is. It's in the Bible. It's actually in all the true spiritual teachings in the world. And it's a simple message. And it's that the Creator is in you, and that you can change any circumstances, anything, by going within at any point in time, no matter how it seems. And that's really the only faith that you need to build up, is the faith in your own self, your own confidence. Your own confidence, building up your own confidence, your own self-esteem, your own understanding of your true nature, and now acting upon it. Not second-guessing it. Not second-guessing yourself, and not second-guessing that the Creator is actually within you. That's really what we all have to do to achieve and to achieve your dreams and your goals.
That's right, and that is what becoming a master is all about. I don't know if you ever seen a movie called The Last Dragon with Bruce Leroy. He was searching for the master. When his back was against the wall, his higher self rose up in the flesh, and he was able to access that master self, and he was able to do, great things to defeat his foe. And when we understand what that means to us as individuals, whatever we are going through, and it usually takes for us to have our backs against the walls, for us to hit rock bottom. You know how many millionaires or billionaires are here on this earth, in this country, that all said they were homeless. They started from the bottom. They didn't have nothing. And then, look at them today, super successful. And they're not only successful, but they're showing and teaching others how to be successful. So we have to understand that what we go through helps us. Without a foe, the soldier don't know his strength. We have to access our strength. We have to understand our strength by being humble and understanding our weaknesses. And when our weaknesses rise up and we have these things to overcome, not to run away, not to quit, but to go through it.
Yeah, that's the main thing, like the quitting. You got to stick with it. You don't flip-flop. You hold fast and stay to it. And like even in that movie you mentioned, The Last Dragon, in that movie, Bruce Leroy, his teacher, right, is trying to teach him that he's not his master, that you are the master. But he's not ready. So you have to give him a little silly quest to go on. Why? Just so that he can go and find out that his true master is within. That's all he needed to realize. So the whole movie, he goes through all this silly stuff looking for the master just to find out that it was always within him the whole time. Yes. And that's what this is all about.
And that's in every movie that we've ever watched, where it shows the main character rising up to the occasion and becoming the master of their situation. Look at John Wick. Look at the never-ending story. It's all the same stories.
And you know, the prophet told you, like, way back then, you don't suffer because of the white man. You don't suffer because of the government. He said the people suffer because they're slaves to sin, because of their own actions. Because of their own actions, your thoughts and deeds. That's what brings you down. Your thoughts, deeds, and actions. So it's always in your own power. You're not a victim. The prophet wanted to end that victim mentality way of thinking. He's trying to bring it to an end so that we can truly rise up and succeed. And that's why you can't, seek higher, greater things without seeking first the kingdom of heaven. You must first seek that kingdom of heaven, which is within, and then all greater things will be added unto you. Why? Because if you're trying to do things from a victim mentality, without empowering your mind, knowing your true source, anything that you do is going to be limited. It's only going to be coming from the lower self. And so, at the end of the day, this is the message for all Moors. This is what all Moors should be working on, practicing, perfecting your own mind, your own perception of self. This can't be left out. Anything the Moors are trying to do, it's going to be from the lower self and from fear, from lack. If you're not tapping into your true nature and doing it for real, not just paying lip service to it. We don't need to search over here and try to find all these other things that work. It don't matter if things are a mess and Moors aren't organized. No, all you got to do is get yourself organized and everything else will fall into place.
And it'll all change in a blink of an eye. That's how powerful we are.
Yeah, maybe.
That's how powerful our thoughts are. It can all change. But we wrote a book about this. It's called The 40-Day Master System. 40-Day Master System. You can look it up, 40daymastersystem.com. And we are just explaining how we did this in real life and we are doing it every day.
We're not sitting up there saying this stuff and we struggling and messed up.
We jumped realities. We jumped dimensions. Like everybody who listens to us and who practices what we are telling them, they have testimonials and they have stories and it's happening every day. They hit us up and they're telling us, look, what you said was true. I lost this. I lost money. I lost all kinds of stuff. I couldn't find my stuff. And all I had to do was calm down, quiet my mind, go within and visualize what I wanted to happen. Visualize the end goal. And every single time someone actually applies this knowledge, they receive a favorable reply from the universe. They find whatever they're looking for. They found whatever they lost. They gain access to something that they couldn't possibly have gotten on their own. This is real. The science is real.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Just this weekend, somebody that purchased the Fez from us, make sure you go to morishfez.com to get your Fez. He said that the post office said they delivered the package, but he couldn't find it. It wasn't at the apartment, and he thinks somebody stole it. And he said he sent the thing to the post office to investigate it. And I was like, okay, you did that. Now go within, go to the mind, give it to Allah. See, it is already done. Just yesterday, he sent a message saying he did the stuff, and then his package was right there in front, like at the apartment, even though it wasn't there before. But he went within, and he made it happen, and that's for real. This really happened, and stuff like this happens all the time. And I'm just trying to share this because that's really where it's at. You know, about really empowering yourself for real. Going within, not being a victim, not being a regular person, because regular people don't know this and aren't using this power. That's where the power is. And so on that note, unless you got something to say.
Nope. The message is clear. Go within. Stop focusing on things that are outside of self. Go within, quiet the mind, unplug from all of the chitter chatter. Go in, meditate, find a quiet place, and just, even if you don't know what to do, if you are Moorish American Muslim, focus on the visuals that our Prophet sent us. You can meditate on the visuals, the front cover of our Holy Koran or Moorish Science Temple of America, the front cover of our 101s. Those are powerful, very powerful images that can aid and assist us in meditating and reaching higher frequencies and achieving our goals.
Yeah, and I would say just be vigilant about what you are entertaining, what you're actually listening to, giving your attention to. Most of this stuff that people are talking about is trash, it's garbage. Even the Moors debating over this, talking about all this stuff from the past and stuff that don't matter, man. It's all about the power of your mind. You could ignore all of that stuff and just focus on bringing out Allah within you and be successful. None of that stuff matters. So people would talk about people being Freemasons and all that stuff. None of that stuff matters at all. It's all entertainment and it's trash. All you have to do is do the work on yourself. It doesn't matter who likes who's getting along, how hard it is. No, work on yourself. Be the example. Be a light bringer. Show the world how to do it by your own integrity, your own thoughts, deeds, and actions.
And even if that means to go into the background for a couple of months, you know, stop putting yourself out there. Stop posting. Stop, doing all this extra stuff. Stop entertaining people. Go on a self journey where you're not participating in partying and everything that has nothing to do with your goals that you are trying to accomplish. If you need to make $10,000 a month,
you shouldn't be arguing with folks online.
You should not be talking to people online about nothing other than making those connections with those people that can assist you or your business to help you make that money. So with that was just an example. Just remember, family, you are God. You can be God here on earth. You just have to believe it and you have to work towards it.
I'm going to say one last thing too. Not to be mean, not to sound off or anything mean, but man, I don't care what title you claim. I don't care what Supremes you claim to be, Grand Sheik, whatever you claim to be. If you aren't working to master your own mind, have your life in order, your affairs in order, you ain't nothing. All them titles is null and void. I don't respect it, I don't honor it. I can't. It's impossible. Because you're not really grand anything. You're not even really a follower of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You don't practice those teachings. Because if you did, it would show in your life. You would have it together. You would be on point. And just have to share that because that's real. And you should take that into account, Morris. Really consider that. because, we are to be living and walking and breathing the lessons, living the law. All right. And on that note, peace and love.
Highest quality handmade fezzes. Crafted fez with the finest wool, complete with tassel and leather sweatband. Wear the national headdress of Moorish Americans with pride and respect. 3XL size fez is a comfortable fit for brothers with dreadlocks. Shipping worldwide. Go to moorishfez.com to order.